Yo, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel, and in this war video we've got Team 9 Romanian Alliance. So I know I haven't uploaded in a little while, Alliance Wars specifically, but little cat told me, it's like, hey Hector, why haven't you uploaded Wars? Really like the OMNI Wars. So Cat Reflexes, this one's for you. Anyways, let's get on to the war video. Alright, so we've got Soren on here, and we've got the unbox special one with aggression, which I will show in one of my next war videos how insane this node can be. I didn't realize how dangerous it was, or how risky it was, depending on how you play. Anyways, we've got Killmonger in here, which I wasn't expecting. The thing is, I'm terrible at dodging his SP1 because either I'll evade one of the two daggers wrong. Anyways, my what I'm doing right here is I'm trying to push him to an SP2 as much as possible, just because the SP2 is much easier to evade, at least for me, than his SP1. Another thing that's good to practice is to practice evading or memorizing champions' heavy attacks. That way, when you face them in Alliance War and you have to bait it heavy, you know when it ends, so you don't get parried or intercepted. Alright, and on to my next fight. So my only guess here on stun immune, that's tech. I thought it was either gonna be a Yondu or maybe a Sparky, and so I'm bringing in Sparky here because if you guys saw in one of my videos on how to best counter Bane, it's with damage, tons and tons of burst damage. So we've got Yondu on here. I believe this is a rank 3 Yondu by the look of his PI. So what I'm doing here is I got in the groove and got my intercept, and with just that one 5-hit combo, he's almost down. We've got another 5-hit combo, another Bane transfer, and bam, he's down. 17 hits. I don't think it comes cleaner than that, man. I came out with 100% health, and on to my next fight. So for this fight in 24, you guys know Cosmic almost always means Medusa or King Groot, and I thought this was going to be a Medusa, but he actually surprises me, and it turns out to be Hyperion. So I'm like, oh, this is a Hyperion. Alright, thanks, I guess. Honestly, Hyperion on 24 is such a waste because one, his power gain, as long as you can bait his specials well, you can get all your debuffs off without using a single parry, at least initially. So you can see I have taken 0 damage, and I've got a petrified debuff, and he's baiting his specials for me. Got 3 debuffs on there, and now that I have at least 1 petrify on there, don't really have to worry about baiting specials as much, because as you guys know, petrify reduces the power gain effects by 50%. And I've got 2, so his willpower is being reversed and his power gain is at 0. So this one was a wasted SP1, and I'm gonna speed up the gameplay just because not much exciting stuff. It's just me basically baiting and using SP1. But yeah, Hyperion on here, I think it's a wasted placement for this champion. And we go on to the next one. I believe it's a okay. Yeah, this next fight was a 4-star Sentinel, which I didn't know who to expect. I was thinking it was gonna be some like Doc Ock, maybe a Sparky. I don't know. I didn't expect it to be a freaking Sentinel. I played pretty sloppy here, but as you guys know, baiting Sentinel special ones, you get his analysis up so high, so fast. Especially because his SP1 you have to evade like 3 times, so that's 12 charges right there. And so he's about halfway down, and this is where like I'm getting into trouble because his rank 5 blade is hitting less than 300 on his mediums, which on a crit you can see anywhere from like 2.7 to like 3k without danger sense. So look, none of that crit, so it's pretty insane. It's at 100 analysis. I wasn't paying attention. I blocked that whole SP2, and he actually almost took me down. But I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't know why I didn't take Sparky. I mean, looking back at it, since hindsight is 2020, I should have taken Sparky, but I never expected him here because usually I run into Black Panther Civil War. So I'm almost out of time, so I'm thinking, alright, let's just hit the SP3, get in as much damage as we can. I'm gonna time out. So yeah, here we go. Timeout against a 4-star Sentinel. Unbelievable. Disgusting. Alright, so on to my next fight. I mean the same fight. I got with Sparky basically. Kill him in like 2 or 3 hits. Basically, if I hadn't timed out with Blade, we would have won this war, which really stinks. But yeah, just switching the combos and done in 6 hits. Alright, on to the next fight. We've got 38, which is the aggression node. And I thought this was going to be a Papa Luke, just because people put him on here, I guess, to time out Blade. So going with Stark, and it is a Luke Cage, which with his physical resistance plus all those armors, damage is gimped by a lot. So the plan is to just build all these poise charges and to be careful with this SP1, because sometimes, I'm not sure if anybody else is experiencing it too, with his SP1, because it's a melee attack that hits multiple times. Sometimes you may get caught here and there. So when he's doing this, I'm either actually evading myself or holding block. But anyways, he goes down, and on to my next fight, which is 42. And 42 is a tech 6-star, so I'm thinking this is a GG. But I've also seen Nebula Yondu on here as well, and it does turn out to be Nebula actually, which, you know, no complaints. Thank you for the free node. If only I had known this was Nebula, I would have taken Sparky in there, and he would have just melted her with his SP2. And I'm going to speed up this fight because it's basically just SP1 bait, SP1 bait. We did end up rematching these guys, which I'll put out tomorrow. I had some very nice alliance war footage from the second time around. Plus, as an alliance, we did altogether a lot better against them, which makes me happy that we're still getting better. You know, obviously nobody's perfect, but where you're in an alliance where everyone's trying to push, sometimes you gotta cut weak links in spite of them being, you know, vibing with them, because you've got to think of the other 20-something members that are in the alliance. Alright, so Green Goblin, pretty easy. Use Void, SP1. So yeah, this fight is pretty sped up. So my Alliance War videos usually are, I'm guessing, between 12 and 15 minutes. This Alliance War video would have been like 18 or 19 minutes long if I hadn't sped it up. That's why a lot of it's in double speed or 2x speed. But yeah, I've got some pretty sweet Alliance War gameplay in this video as well. Alright, just gotta take this GG. I finally got the Fear of the Void. Strike back means nothing anymore because of the Petrify and Fear of the Void, and so now he's just losing power. Just gotta hit him as many times as I can, because as you guys know, his Madness regens 60% of the health that he takes from basic attacks, and he lowers special attack damage. So as long as I'm being aggressive, his heal should work against him. Alright, now on to the last fight. So obviously I did skip around. It's Morningstar. So got Morningstar. I've got my mastery set up. This is my first time fighting a rank 5 Morningstar. As you can see, she's at 64,000 PI versus this blade, which is a lot less basically. And so I was talking with someone, let's say a pro Alliance War player, on what we should do, because up until now we didn't really have anybody to solo Morningstars. I'm pretty sure most of the time we would, if it was a decisive war where we knew when we just throw champions at it, but it just feels good to have an answer to the Alliance War boss to get a one shot. So you can see my willpower is healing me for 113, but I'm bleeding for like 324 I believe. Alright, so at this point in the fight, I was pretty nervous because I had basically a minute left, and I'm at like 20%, and she's still at half. And up until then, I was blocking her SP2, because if you get caught with that and you have the dexterity buff, basically you're dead. Especially if it crits, like there's no chance. 10k attack opponent. So yeah. So I turned her around, and so now she's down to like 30, and I'm about to hit the assassins, and yeah, so she hits me with the SP3, but I did pop an invulnerability boost so I could survive this. That was the tactic. If I ever pushed her above an SP2 and I had the chance to push into the SP3, I would do that. So fight's pretty close, and I'm at 17, she's at around 20. Get in there, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, am I gonna time out? Are we gonna lose this war? Let's see. And yes, 2 seconds left, got the Morningstar kill. As this war came out in a tie, which kind of sucks because we lost war rating and we didn't get any points for the win, so kind of behind on that, but good war guys. I'll catch you guys